Hi everyone, we're back at the Experiential Zone in Connect. This is Nikki Sun, West Hall. I'm just spending all day here today, and I just have a very special guest that I wanted to introduce you all to. I met him yesterday at the Adobe party at the Wynn. Mark Brown, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Really enjoying the NAB Show. Really nice to meet you, and we had a great time last night too.
Yeah, and so that's a great thing too, because outside of NAB, there's so many ways you can network, right? So all these companies throw these parties where you can meet each other, and honestly, that's how we met, and they were just so lovely. I was like, I gotta get you on the show. So tell me a little bit more about, well, actually, first of all, where did you fly in from?
So we flew in from Manchester, England. So very long flight for us. We had a 7-hour layover in London, came over, and this year we thought we would kind of experience the show. Rather than having a booth, we'd go around, experience the show, meet some of the clients and customers we have, take it all in, and it's just a fantastic place to kind of see the community of filmmakers, creators, and just meet people like yourself, and it's fantastic. We love it.
Yeah, and so how many years have you been at NAB Show?
So this will be the 8th time that I've visited.
8th time?
Yeah, so I feel like a veteran of the NAB Show now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, when you first came to NAB Show to where it is now, what has been the biggest change for you that you're most excited about or more surprised by?
I think it just gets better and better every year. It gets bigger and bigger. We've got the new West Hall that I hadn't seen before. So it's just, every year I'm surprised. Now coming at it as a visitor this year, kind of checking out all the exhibitions and talks. Some years I didn't get to do that, so I really enjoyed actually just hearing other stories, other filmmakers tell their pieces. So it just gets better and better. And as I say, the parties, I really enjoy those too. I couldn't do those when we had the booths because we had to be up so early.
Yeah.
So actually going out, experiencing the parties as well is fantastic.
So are you appreciating and enjoying more being able to roam as a roaming booth versus like having a booth?
Yeah, because we've got the YouTube channel, EDITORSKEYS.com. YouTube.com/EDITORSKEYS, where we do a bit of filmmaking content, tutorials for Adobe Premiere, Media Composer, and things like that. So we thought this year we would just go around and film a bit of that content, find out what Adobe is doing, find out what Avid is doing, and companies like that, and put that up on the channel too.
Awesome. Well, tell me a little bit about Editor's Keys.
So, if you edit any kind of video or audio and you use a program like Premiere, Final Cut, Media Composer, we create those color-coded shortcut keyboards that contain all of the shortcuts for the program.
Gotcha.
So
I edit on Final Cut Pro. I've also edited on Avid before, and also DaVinci. Is there one that people could pick up from you on the show floor, or is it just like go online.com and have it shipped to you?
Yeah, this year it's online. So it's editorskeys.com, and we have Final Cut Pro overlays and dedicated keyboards as well. So I'll have to get one over to you.
Yes, I was like, do you have samples? I'll take them. Like, we've been going around just interviewing everybody live that I haven't even gone around to be able to like talk to everybody. And I also met some of your mates yesterday, and I love to bring them on camera. I know they're shooting here right now. If you guys could come over here, yeah. No, your energy was so amazing yesterday.
Thank you.
Oh, introduce yourselves. What's your name?
I'm Robert. I'm a graphic designer at Editor's Keys.
I'm Lucy, and I'm the customer service advisor.
I gotcha. So this is his 8th year, but what is this year for you? How many times have you been here at NAB Show?
So for me, this is my 2nd time. My first was pre-COVID, so we've had a bit of a gap. So I'm very happy to be back.
Yeah.
And it's Lucy's first time here. So
First time ever in the States, and Vegas is quite a good one for the first time, so can't complain.
Well, welcome. Tell me about the experience yesterday. How did you get invited to the Adobe party? I mean, obviously about the keys, but for a lot of people maybe watching at home or at the show, they don't know how the connections maybe start. Could you give us a little bit of background and kind of what the experience has been like working with companies like Adobe?
Yeah, so it's fantastic, and it's one of the great reasons I love coming is because of those type of connections you get. So because we make the keyboards, we often reach out to Adobe to often ask for a little bit of help, just check that we're doing the right thing. They'll contact us and say, look, we're releasing the new version soon. Here's a little taster before we release it to the public. So it's kind of through that with us. We got to test out some early Adobe features 2 weeks ago before they were released to the public, and they should come down to the party too. So
Gotcha.
it's a win-win.
And then you all get to come to the party too. So what has been the experience? Like you said, you attended pre-pandemic. That little thing that got in the way. But what does it feel like to be here in person? You all flew in from the UK. Thank you for being here. Yeah. That just shows how important the show is in creating connections. So can you give us what your thoughts have been from pre-pandemic to now? What has been the most exciting or surprising thing for you?
I mean, for me, it seems like the stuff outside of the show as well, like you say, the networking events, there seems to be a lot more, like the calendar's absolutely stacked with stuff to do. So, yeah, and being in it was quite a nice little place yesterday, wasn't it, where you get to meet loads of people from different backgrounds, different areas of the industry. And, yeah, everyone we met from Adobe and everyone we met there was very friendly and, yeah, easy to get along with. So, yeah, for me, obviously, being a little bit older as well and having a bit more experience under my belt coming since last time, it's, yeah, only got better, really.
Yeah, and how many times have you been in the States? Because I know this is your first time. I'm going to get to you, but this is...
It's only my second time, so I'm not massively experienced, but yeah, I'm ready to come more as well.
Oh, okay. So, Lucian, did they give you any game plans when you came here? First time here, first time at the NAB, first time in the States. Did they give you any warning of what you're about to get into?
They said it would be big and hectic, but even as prepared as I thought I was, it still just blows me away.
It's just even bigger, right?
Yeah, I was saying before, this whole place is like pretty much an airport. It's crazy, but yeah, I'm enjoying it.
And you all got in on Thursday, right? At what time, when are you all leaving?
You guys are leaving Thursday.
Yeah.
My wife's coming over on Thursday, and we're going to have a little extra weekend here.
Okay.
But, yeah, a full week.
All right.
Week.
Well, tell us then, what is the game plan? Because also first time in the States, I think there's a lot of things that you need to try too outside of NAB as well. But what has been the most, I just always have to ask people from overseas, like what is the most exciting thing about coming to the States and what are you hoping to experience outside of NAB?
Just how different everything really is to sort of England. I mean, just like streets are bigger, beer cans are bigger. I don't know why those are the things that take away. What's that?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. I tried Chick-fil-A for the first time and was blown away. So definitely trying different foods and stuff like that.
Amazing. Like, I've never been to the UK, so switching the roles, if I were to go to the UK or anybody in the audience were to go to the UK and go to your shows, what are the things that I need to see? What are the things that I need to eat? Where is the happening place that I need to be at?
I think you definitely need to do the British pubs.
Okay.
The pub scene. Fish and chips is a must.
Okay.
Tea and crumpets.
Oh, I love tea. I love crumpets.
There you go.
You've got to do that. You've got to go to a lot of the older cities and towns, so you get the Harry Potter experience of what England's like.
Yeah.
Our beaches aren't quite as impressive over here. The sea's a lot more black and green,
Gotcha.
but it's worth a shot.
Okay.
It's a lot of grey skies, but there's a certain charm to it. If
Bring an umbrella.
Yeah,
Bring an umbrella, just in case.
Okay, and you still say umbrella because I was like, is it brelly? And I'm like, this is my ignorance coming. I'm so sorry. Brelly.
Got the accent down. It's good.
Yeah, well, I'm just like, well, here's the thing. Like, I always do this, like, when I'm talking to people from out of state, I start like adopting and adapting to your language. And so like yesterday after I met you all at Adobe, I could not get out of this accent. So is that okay? I was just like, usually when I do, I don't do Cockney. Like I guess would it be a Manchester accent?
They're more Manchester.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Stretford, a place in Greater Manchester.
I'm from Didsbury, which is sort of South Manchester, so and Mark's from sort of...
Yeah, Norwich, so southeast England.
Okay, so if I were to visit, are those close by where I can just make sure I visit you all?
They're about 200 miles apart.
Oh, okay.
So a bit of a distance.
No. Like even in LA traffic, everything seems like 200 miles away.
Yeah. Well, Mark's stationed in Manchester where the company is, so we're all together, we're all in one place. But I would say, yeah, obviously very biased, but Manchester would be the place to visit. You'd want to do London as well to get that experience. But yeah, place in Scotland are very nice as well. Edinburgh's like a really nice city, so definitely a lot going on. And I'd recommend going to a football game. We don't say soccer, football game. Not quite as good. I know you like the half-time shows over here and the cheerleaders and that. We've not got quite as much of that stuff going on, but it's entertaining, so I definitely recommend that.
Well, awesome. Last thing here, where you're going from here? Like, what's your game plan for the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the rest of the time at NAB Show to make sure you're experiencing everything, especially for your first time?
Oh yeah, gotta fit it all in.
Yeah.
I think we're looking to go to is it today the Brett Goldstein talk?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, definitely want to hit that up. Cause, big fan of his. And yeah, we've got some after parties tonight, haven't we?
Make sure we do all of the NAB after parties. Make sure we get them down. We're going to try and meet some customers that we've got. And companies like Avid and Adobe, Microsoft, just make sure we're meeting everyone that we get to meet virtually online in person for the time we're here.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for your time today. Thank you from meeting yesterday to actually showing up here. I was kind of worried. I'm like, I don't know how we're going to communicate. Sometimes the reception can be a little weird.
With the Wi-Fi in here. So.
Oh, gotcha. And I also was like, maybe we had a little too much fun yesterday and slept in. So I'm like, thank you so much for being here and just like sharing space with me. And I need to go visit the UK.